Hey YouTube, it's pdazz. I'm making a comeback video. Oh man, it's been a while. How's everybody doing? What is today? Today is Sunday, January 30th, 2022. It has been a long time since I made a YouTube video. I wrote it down. It was March 3rd, 2014. It's been almost 8 years. That is crazy. Shout out to Jose, mi primo, Will Clark fan. That package from Jose was the last video I made. Great PC care package, old school YouTube hookup, almost 8 years ago. Shout out to you, Jose. Shout out to Will Clark fan. Hopefully you watch this. So anyways, I'm making a comeback video here. I've been catching up on my channel the last few days, watching some of my old videos. I watched that video from Jose a couple times. Watched some other videos. Went to my subscriptions, caught up on a couple of you guys' recent videos. Shout out to those of you still making regular videos. Commented on a few just to say hello, and really just wanted to make a video to say hello and start making videos again. Mail days, show pickups, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't really know exactly why I stopped making YouTube videos. I'll talk about that a little bit. I have a couple things written down here, but I don't want to show any cards. I just want to say hello and catch back up and see how everybody's doing, and hopefully you guys will all comment on this video and let me know what you've been up to. But anyways, here's what's been going on with me, I guess. So if we're not friends on Facebook, a lot of us are. Gosh, 7 or 8 years ago. It feels like 8, 9 years ago, 10 years ago. You know, this community was all we did. This was it. Daily videos, constantly communicating with each other. This was our way of knowing each other, being in touch, thanking each other, sending each other stuff, you know, that kind of thing. Facebook groups got to get really heavy. Everybody was friends there. We were all making deals within all the Facebook groups. And I think a lot of us just started to lower our activity on YouTube over that time period, and I guess it just got to a point where a lot of us stopped. I know for me there was really no reason. It's not like I didn't want to keep making videos. I think everybody that we all talked to was in the Facebook groups, so I think the activity just stopped. But I really kind of miss it for a lot of reasons. But I do miss the catching up in the YouTube videos and the reactions to mail days and being able to send each other stuff and not know it's coming, you know, that kind of thing, the old school stuff. So I do miss that. I want to pick up hopefully where I left off and be a part of that if you guys are still active like that. So I hope to find out who's still active. Please comment. I've seen some, like I said, some of your videos recently, but I don't really know who is still out there, I guess. So I think I still have like 1,000 something subscribers, but I don't know if 9 of you are going to see the video or if there's still hundreds of you that are still active here. So I hope to hear from a lot of you. So catching up on me, like I said, last couple of years as far as cards go, I never stopped collecting since 7 or 8 years ago. I never stopped collecting at all. I'm probably heavier than ever when it comes to cards. But I think all my activity shifted to Facebook, heavy on eBay still. And then over the last couple of years with COVID, I guess we can talk about life updates, right? So I was still in my same job for, gosh, 5, 6 years. And when COVID started, we were all furloughed. Basically, our reps, our sales reps, our people couldn't be in stores anymore. So we were all sent home and told, you know, wait, hopefully this is quick. Of course, it wasn't. That turned into a layoff like most of us, and I dove back into my cards even heavier than ever. I was always collecting, but I've never really gone through all the bulk of my collection from 20 years ago plus. And also my dad's stuff. Some of you may not know, but my father passed away almost 7 years ago, so after I stopped making videos. So some of you may not know, but shout out to, geez, like 30 something of you that got together and sent something, you know, did a special thing for me and my family when my father passed, sent a flower arrangement, followed that up and sent me a care package a couple weeks later with some amazing cards. Thank you again to all of you. Again, we're pretty much all friends on Facebook, and you guys, I don't want to rehash like a sad time in my life, but what you all did was amazing, and I've never had a chance to literally look you all in the eye and say thank you. So here we go. Other than the few of you that I know personally and we've seen it, you know, we've met at National and stuff like that. For the bulk of you that I've never had a chance to hug or shake hands or just say thank you so much for what you did. That was really special and meant a ton to my family and myself. So again, my dad's collection though was a lot of, unfortunately, junk era, but there was some stuff in there worth grading when you know, a couple of years ago when we started to really ramp up. I mean people who send stuff to grading started to ramp up PSA, grading rookies, grading non-autos, base cards, if you will. So I sent in a lot of stuff. I don't even want to talk about how much, but over 1,000 cards, 12 orders, some high end, but a lot of bulk. Back when it was like $8 to $10 per card. So we're talking about the beginning of 2 years ago. Of course, that's as PSA was starting to get really, 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 really backed up. So, and then, a few months of furlough and layoff led to later in the year 2020. The card industry was nuts, as you all know. Shows started to pick back up again as COVID started to loosen its grip, if you will, on the public, and people started to go to shows again. And I started setting up at shows. First time ever in my life, I started to go to shows regularly. I never did in the past, even though I've collected really my whole life. I had only gone to National starting in Atlantic City. What was that? 5 years ago. So I was, as you guys might remember, even though I was very active in the YouTube community all those years, I had never met any of you. I'd never gone to National. I was very involved with my company, my job at the time. Weekends were basically off limits. I mean, I was busy every single weekend, so it was almost impossible for me to take time off to go to National. My vacation hours were used for other things. I just couldn't do it. But I started to do that, I think, 5 years ago. So National was the first chance I had to meet a lot of you. And I've done that every year since, and I plan to do that always. But I started adding to that, going to regular shows, local ones, Orlando, Tampa, Clearwater, etc. Met a lot of the dealers, met the people who host them, started to make sure I knew people in the community again, and not just, online people, but actually meeting people. And I started to go to shows. Started to set up, getting my own tables, starting to honestly trying to learn how to sell stuff, because as you guys know, I'm a crazy passionate collector, a hoarder of my Yankees and Knicks and UCF stuff, if you will, Giants, and started to sell some stuff finally. Figured out that I didn't want to go back to any sort of a normal job. So after a while of trying to find another sales management job, I guess you could say I kind of gave up, but I was already focused on cards more than ever. I was getting my orders back from PSA. We're talking late 2020, early 2021 now. So all the cards I had sent in are now at 9 months, 12 months, and I started to get some of my orders back. Setting up at shows full time, and pretty much I've been doing that ever since. So that's really where I've been. I set up an Instagram finally, so I wanted to mention that. Any of you that aren't following me there, or if we haven't been in touch lately, please jump over to Instagram, follow me there. I'll follow you right back. Mine is Smith Sports Cards. I was going to make it pdazz actually, but somebody has that name. It's just some random person out there. I was thinking about changing my YouTube maybe to Smith Sports Cards to match that, but I kind of want to keep the pdazz name, I guess, because it's always been that way, and you all know me as pdazz. People still say that when I walk into like the card shop, or people that have known me for a long time, they still yell pdazz. It cracks me up because I don't even know where that started, to be honest with you. It started at the big league from Bobo, U Miami, and Starbury Matrix. Travis, shout out to you guys. I know you won't see this, but we're talking way back, 2007, I guess, before I started my YouTube channel originally. The pdazz name. I have no idea what started that. But anyways, I figure I'll keep it. So I'm still pdazz, still here. And Instagram is Smith Sports Cards. Please follow me there. Got a ton of posts. I've been posting my PC like crazy, just trying to build that up. And as you meet people at shows in the modern hobby, I'm sure most of you realize this, but it seems like a lot of the modern hobbyists, the younger ones, are way more active on social networking than we ever were, especially Instagram. A lot of them are into the video content, which I'm not into, but they're creating content, they're posting constantly, the reels, the stories, the posts on their Instagrams, etc. Always recording at card shows. To me, it's a little bit annoying, of course, but I'm old school. But I also see that side of it as super important, because that's what exposes it to the people that aren't there. So I love it, but I also don't like it. But either way, I love having an Instagram now. I don't know why I never did it. I love being able to just kind of have a photo log of stuff as I go and build it out. So I'm kind of working on that as I go. Please follow me over there. And last but not least, who's going to National? Please comment below. Anybody that watches this, let me know what you're up to. Let me know that you're still around. That I'll click on your name and I'll watch any of your current videos if you're still making videos. Please, though, comment, say hello, let me know what you've been up to, and let me know if you're going to National or if you're going to be in Orlando anytime soon. I'm still down here in Orlando, so if any of you travel down here, I'd love to catch up. I'll be making more videos, absolutely. Plan to do a video soon with like a recap of January pickups, just to show some cards. I didn't want to show any cards today, just want to say what's up. So, again, hello, I'm back. Thanks, see you soon. Later.